So I want to show y'all this video about the Dutch protests because what's happening in the Netherlands is crazy. So here it is. So basically, I mean, all I did was search Dutch farming protests as a hashtag on Instagram, and you find a lot of stuff there. But of course, this video has some music in it, and some platforms, YouTube, will trip out on that stuff, and they'll block your video and demonetize you and all kinds of stupid stuff that don't make any sense with free speech, right? But this video will give us a good visual about the protest and kind of what's going on in the Netherlands with the Dutch farmers. So let's watch this and we'll get into it. So you got hundreds of thousands of people, I mean, are out here alongside with the Dutch farmers who are protesting. It looked like stuff is kind of beat up right here. Look like their windows is busted. Oh, okay, it's just a reflection. I'm tripping. Look, dang conspiracy theorists. Nah, I'm just playing. But this right here is obviously what seemed to be the farmers blocking the trucks from entering the distribution center for good reason, of course. Pretty much showing people that without farmers, without food coming in, which is what farmers do, they give you food. Without food coming in, there's nothing going on the shelves. And within a matter of days, I mean, the shelves were completely empty. You'll see closer to the end of this video. Some good patriots chasing away them boys is what it looked like. They fed up, man. It seemed like everybody's protesting. This looked like just normal people recording stuff that they seeing. This right here is crazy. Because in the Netherlands you have almost no gun rights at all. So pretty much nobody over there has any guns or anything. So of course, police feel very confident coming up to your door, opening your door with a gun to your head like a strong arm New York robbery or something like that. I mean, this right here is crazy. Within a matter of days, nothing on the shelves. That right there, my friends, is scary to me. I don't want to see that in America. I don't want to see that anywhere in the world, but I don't want to see that in America. And I really don't see us too far away from being there in America. But what's happening in the Netherlands, pretty much, if I can, break this down real quick for you. The people in the Netherlands are fighting alongside with Dutch farmers who are protesting their government. Mark Rutte. I know I probably didn't say his name right. I don't know if they call him prime minister. I know they don't call him president. But their leader is pretty much fighting climate change. And we know that was going to be the next crisis after COVID. And he's starting with the farming sector. He says that there's a crisis there, that farmers are emitting, I guess, tons of nitrogen and ammonia. So there's a nitrogen crisis going on in the Netherlands that they're combating. And of course, it doesn't benefit at all the fight for carbon emissions. But basically, he's putting in crazy regulations that's based off of no law at all that will expropriate 30% of all farmland in the Netherlands by 2030. And this will give this to the state. Now, my saying is, what would giving this land to the state have anything to do with combating climate change at all? And the answer is nothing. But of course, out of state documents are showing that they want to use this property for housing new immigrants in the Netherlands, as if so many people are migrating there anyway. But of course, really, they start with the big guy and then they go down to the little guy. The farmers, I mean, these people who've had their farming businesses, I mean, their farmlands, their houses, their properties for what's been in their family probably, decades. Some of these people, centuries. So, of course, these are self sufficient people, and they're also benefiting hundreds of thousands of people. I mean, in the Netherlands, are the second largest agriculture exporter in the world. So that's your beef, your corn, your wheat, your soybeans, chicken, eggs. I mean, they have a lot to do with any of this, with all of this food that you seeing on the shelves. Unless you want, of course, stuff that has no benefits. All your good fruit roll ups and your can of ravioli, stuff that they can make out of recycled trash. But of course, these are the big guys, right? So you get them first, you take their land, I mean, acres, hundreds of acres of land. And you get rid of everything that they're doing and take them completely out. They're not buying them, they're taking their stuff, they're not buying their land. And telling them to put down their livestock, of course, because, cow tooting. Them big tractors, them diesel tractors, also, contributing to the carbon emissions going up to the economy. Um, but I mean, they start with the big guy and then they go down to the little guy. So whether you want to admit it or not, I mean, the second largest agriculture exporter behind the United States, right, in the world. The ordinary human being, me and you, we're going to feel that. We're going to take that big L on our food. And of course, if 2030 didn't ring a bell for you, well, this is Mark Rutte. And if you see Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, not my Prime Minister, but, Canada, that's who they elected or whatever. I don't know how that stuff works, but of course, if 2030 doesn't ring a bell, well, you should see them at the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab event with all the world elites who have this new world agenda. Literally, I mean, this is not something I'm making up. You can go listen to them talk about it. By 2030, where they want you to own nothing and be happy and eat crickets for breakfast and lunch and dinner. And you ain't going to be able to own a car. And everybody's going to be living in this pod in a metaverse and we're all going to be happy. And our work is going to be contributing to them to continue to live this lifestyle. And they're going to be caviar and we're going to be struggling to get an apple. Of course, all of our food is fake anyway. But this stuff right here, I mean, just look up the World Economic Forum and listen to what these are the world elites making decisions on your lives. And they are taking place right now, as you see in Sri Lanka, where they just had a government overthrow where the people had gotten fed up with the climate agenda, where they started to cut off their water at a certain time and their lights at a certain time, and they told them that they can't do certain things. They can't drive a car. They can't get no gas. They can't go where they want to because they're putting off carbon emissions and all this other stuff. This might sound good to some of y'all leftists, y'all socialists out there, but I'm telling you, you don't want to see this stuff in America. And of course, one reason why this is happening is because they have no gun laws. Nobody over there has guns. But of course the government, leaving you with nothing. The one taking everything from you. Like a strong arm robbery. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. You gotta wake up. I do not want to see this stuff in America. You don't want to see this stuff in America. This is what caused massive famine when Stalin and them was controlling the crops in Ukraine that caused 5 million people to starve to death. in the 19th century. Same thing that happened in China with Mao and them, where they took everybody's guns and then they could control everything. Okay, I'm just saying, y'all, this Dutch farming situation is really serious stuff, and you should stand with the farmers if you care anything about your free will, your right to property, your right to pick and choose what you want to eat, your right to drive wherever you want to go. If you want to drive to Florida and take a vacation with your family, and you don't want to have to rent the same floaties that everybody else has used. Okay. Let me know what y'all think, man. Serious stuff going on.